Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan. Busting you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Please go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all of the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I am none other than your homie HerbMan. We're coming live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Go get somewhere, get situated, because here we teach you how to heal yourself. But you cannot heal yourself unless you know thyself. So we teach you guys about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to the happiness and the wholeness and the wellness that we all deserve. Okay. Now, this is always a free information station. You don't have to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. And how we do that on the HerbMan Show is by what? Double tapping that screen and getting us up over 100K during the live broadcast. I'm going to work for my likes. You work for the information and share this to as many people as you can and be invested. Be in the presence of the moment so that you can start to understand that these are the things that you can do for yourself, by yourself, and you don't have to be outsourcing your health. Okay. That is what this thing is all about. Okay, you guys. And once we get to 1,000 likes, we'll get into the subject matter at hand. Now, I've been teaching you guys about the owner's manual until I can't even breathe no more. Okay. So you must understand that everything that we're talking about, you're going to hear the owner's manual come up all the time, because that is the greatest health assessment on the planet, especially when you're talking about what do I really need? What is the root causation of my issues? All right, we're trying to get to the root. We're not trying to be messing around and doing all this old crazy stuff. Get to the root cause of your issues. And most times, you guys, most times, the root cause is you. Okay, it is you. It is not the disease. It is not the symptoms. It is you. Okay, and I know you don't like to face yourself, but I promise you, in order to fix yourself, you must face yourself. Okay. And so that's what the owner's manual is all about. Do we give you the herbs? Yes. Do we give you the foods? Yes. Do we give you the lifestyle activities? Yes. Do we give you the spiritual tendencies? Yes. Do we give you the physical tendencies? Yes. Do we give you your current location in life? Yes. Do we give you your life lessons that you need to be understanding right now? Yes, you get all of that stuff for that little funky measly $50 that you're crying about. But at the same time, we still want to educate you on why this is important. Not saying, oh, just go and do it. No, let's teach you why this is important. Instead of opening up a nice little fish restaurant for you guys to come to, we're teaching you how to fish. You can have fish whenever you want it, whenever you need it. Not when I open, not if I'm there, not if it's in Georgia and you in LA and you can't get it. No, we teach you how to fish. So no matter where you are on the planet, my Asian brothers and sisters, my Hispanic brothers and sisters, my African brothers and sisters, my European brothers and sisters, my American brothers and sisters, my Antarctica brothers and sisters, wherever you are at, if you get taught how to fish, you will still never go hungry. And that's what this thing is really, truly all about. Now, so what we're talking about is terrain, okay? Everybody put in the chat terrain, all right? If you don't know how to spell it, trust me, I got it up here for you. Terrain, right? The terrain. And what you want to understand about the terrain is that it's the most important thing. And even plants in the garden must protect themselves, okay? And so you also are the same thing. And what do we use to protect plants, right? A lot of people use herbicides and pesticides and insecticides and stuff like that. But did you not know that there are herbs that you can plant in your garden instead of having to spray, that can provide that same protection? And a lot of times what happens is things take over your garden if you don't have the herbicides and the pesticides and the insecticides. If you don't have this knowledge, then you'll start to get wet in your garden. Anybody know? It starts with a W. Anybody know what'll start happening if you don't have protection over your garden? Anybody know? Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for the terrain. Then you start getting wet. Weeds, okay? These weeds and these bugs can start to do what? Mess with your plants, mess with your garden, mess with your food, mess with your fruits and vegetables, your herbs, or whatever it is that you're planting. But now you got to look at this as an analogy for something else when it comes to the human body. So what are the weeds and the bugs? Okay. The weeds and the bugs are nothing more. Okay. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Okay. You guys keep tapping and I'm going to keep talking. Bacteria, fungus, bacteria, the parasites that everybody is looking at, okay? And then what else we got right here? Okay? The weeds and the bugs of plants is this in the human body. So these things can be the weeds and the bugs in the human body, okay? So now what we're talking about here is how you start to garden without the inorganic stuff, without the pesticide, without the herbicide, without the insecticide, right? You don't want that. So what you want to do is do organic gardening. And there are going to be herbs that you can plant in your garden that will help protect the biosphere of your particular plants. Now, I'm going to show you how you can also use herbs to protect your biochemical atmosphere as well. Okay? You see that? You see that? Village Hippie said inflammation. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Get your owner's manual, Village Hippie. Okay? Get your owner's manual. Okay? So now, the weeds and the bugs of the plant, these are the weeds and the bugs of your body. Okay? These are the weeds and the bugs of your body that can take over, that can mutate. Anybody dealing with a mutiny in the body, if you're dealing with mutiny in the body, then that's a takeover. So that's autoimmune issues, that's cancers, that's tumors, you know what I mean? That's all of these different things here, that bacterial overgrowth, fungal overgrowth, okay, parasitic things in the body. It's the same thing as what these plants have to go through. But instead of you spraying inorganic substances, we're going to teach you how to garden. The garden is your body. Okay, the garden is your body. Everybody get this. Okay, so matter of fact, let me say this: there are herbs. Okay, there are herbs that can protect your garden, right? Calendula, rosemary, dill. What else we got here that can protect the garden? Garlic, okay, etc., okay, parsley. All right. What else we got here? Cilantro. Okay. Few of these herbs, if you're planting them the right way in your garden, they can protect your fruits and vegetables in the way that you need for them to do. Now, you also have these same herbs that can help out in the body, but you got to know about these stuff because garlic is going to be what? That internal antimicrobial shield, okay? And so in the garden, you guys, in the garden, you're going to need a healthy soil. You're going to need the healthy soil microbes to outcompete these pathogens, okay? You're going to need biodiversity because that's going to help prevent the dominance. You're going to need good airflow to prevent mold from coming onto the plants. In the human, you're going to need also to have a balanced microbiome to outcompete the pathogens, okay? You're going to need a strong circulation system to prevent stagnation. You're going to need a regulated nervous system to prevent the immune collapse. And if you understand the terrain, then that's going to be greater than the pathogens, okay? So your terrain has to be healthy enough to be able to defeat the funguses, the bacteria, and the parasites and the viruses, okay? Everybody get that? Put some ones in the chat if you guys get that. Put some ones in the chat if you guys get that. Okay? So this is what you got to understand here, you guys. All right? And we teach you guys this stuff up in your owner's manual for you to understand, okay? the real immune system of a garden, it's got to be compost-rich soil. Okay? It's got to be diverse planting. You never should be planting one thing, no monocropping. You got to understand crop rotation. You got to understand adequate spacing when you're dealing with garden planting. You got to understand how to water the plant. You got to understand mycorrhizal fungi. Y'all don't even know about that word. And you must understand that the healthy soil microbes, they got to outcompete. And so all of this stuff that we're teaching you is how to do your garden outside and how you do your garden inside of your body. Okay, so this calendula, or what they call marigold, is garlic. Basil is another one. Thyme is another one. Okay, basil, thyme is another one. You guys got this in your food, but you're not eating enough of it. Basil, thyme. What else we got here? Anybody else that got any kind of understanding of this? But you're not eating enough of this in your food. And when you get this stuff, guess what it does? It creates the soil protection in your garden. I'm talking about in your garden outside. But also this, you must understand this as far as your body as well. Another one here is watercress. A lot of people don't know nothing about watercress. Okay? But when you plant these things around your garden, you're going to get that soil protection. You're going to get that air protection. You're going to get that insect control. You're going to get that viral vector reduction when you understand how to put these around your foods. So now this thing here is helping you. You can't do one herb. There's no one magic herb that's going to protect your plants. But if you can see, a collage of different herbs can provide that terrain protection. You are no different, okay? You are no different, right? And what you're protecting it from is things like fungus, bacteria, parasites, and viruses, okay? So when you get your owner's manual and you're like, well, what are these herbs for? And what are these herbs going to do? Terrain protection. Remember, environment is key. When God made the world, he created the environment first before he created man and woman. That's just how important environment is. That's just how important terrain is. And they grew up in the Garden of Eden. Okay, so you got to understand the Garden of Eating. All right, let me erase this real quick, you guys. If y'all didn't get it, I'll repeat myself. Put some ones in the chat. Keep tapping, you guys. Let us know you're there. If you're present, say I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I see you. I see you. I hear you. Right. So now when we're looking at this thing, you got to understand how to keep the weeds and the bugs out of your body. Okay, that's what you got to understand how to do. So sage and all those different herbs. Matter of fact, I might have a little receipt here. You guys keep tapping. I'm gonna keep talking. If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, please DM us and we'll get you the information that you need. All right, let's see what we got right here, man. Let's see if I got a receipt. Just a little small receipt, right? Flowers that help you repel insects. Okay, you see some of the same herbs right there, right? Basil, chamomile, mint, rosemary, parsley, borage. A lot of people don't know nothing about borage, but if you got, I used to give borage. Now I don't used to. I still give borage to those people dealing with lupus, right? Borage is very good for lupus. A lot of people don't know that. Okay, nasturtium. Nasturtium is watercress, you guys. If y'all don't know what that word is, that's watercress, lemongrass, catnip. Catnip is in your 21-day detox. Chrysanthemum. Okay, oregano. That's why people are going out and having this oregano frenzy, because it can do what? Repel insects. What's the insects? Fungus, bacteria, parasites. Okay, and all these different things in your body. Okay. Marigold, we just talked about that being calendula. Tansy, a lot of people don't teach about tansy. Thyme is going to do that for your lungs. Bay leaf, right? They used to use bay leaf to get the what? The parasites out of the pork. So you just, your internal organs are just like that pig. So bay leaf is very, very important. People don't know nothing about that. geranium. Okay, I got the geranium oil that we used to sell. Okay, you got chives. A lot of people don't know about chives and dill and all these different things. Lemon balm and lavender. You thinking lavender will put you to sleep, but if you drink lavender, it'll help you with what? The terrain in the body, you guys. All right. So that's what we're trying to get you guys to understand. And a lot of y'all got this in your kitchen, but you're not eating enough of it. You don't understand it enough to be able to understand exactly what it can do for you and your family. So that's why we're coming on here, you guys, and teaching you guys this stuff so that you guys can understand that it's in your kitchen, but you're not getting enough of it, right? And the biggest thing is if you can just keep some garlic and some thyme in your food, you'll be good. You see, you'll be good because once you understand the garden immunity, then you can understand the human terrain immunity. Okay, and that's what this thing is all about. Okay, and now we're not saying that this is going to create some old imaginary force field around you, but what we're saying is that they help you regulate the terrain. Remember that regulation is first. Okay, your eternal internal ecosystem must be dealt with, okay? Which makes viruses and bacteria and parasites and fungi less likely to thrive. And that's the job of a real herbalist. The job of a real herbalist, remember, you heal yourself. But what you want to do is make the terrain so difficult for cancers and tumors and all of this stuff to come arise. Okay. And that's why I wanted to teach you guys this today. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Let's get us up to 100K. You won't get this from nowhere else. Okay. So this is the best that you can hear today on this little moody, rainy Wednesday. Okay. You must understand this thing. They help regulate the terrain. So we were first talking about regulating you. Now we're talking about how you regulate the terrain. Okay. So the same principle applies to the human. That's why I'm trying to teach you in this garden analogy, because you came up in the garden. But what did God do first? Create the environment, the terrain. First, he created the environment / terrain. Can't you see that? That's a principle. Okay? That's a principle. It's a principle. All right. Somebody put that in the chat. First, create the environment, the terrain. First, create the environment, the terrain. Somebody put that in the thing. First, you must create the environment and the terrain. Right? And you must understand that humans don't build shields by killing everything. We build it by resilience. Okay? We have to be resilient toward these things because they're going to come. Environmental stimuli. They create the environment. The environmental stimuli is going to come into your life. You can't stop the storm, but you can be prepared. Okay, you cannot stop these storms. You can't stop a rain. You can't stop an earthquake, a tornado. You can't stop a flood. They are going to come. But now we've gotten to this modern understanding of that we can be more prepared than ever before. And we build resilience by what? By strengthening your gut microbiome. Okay, so this is the environment. Create the environment. So what we're going to do? We're going to strengthen the gut microbiome. Okay, strengthen gut microbiome, because that microbiome is the environment all by itself. Okay, that microbiome is that when you say microbiome, you're basically saying environment and terrain in your gut. Why? Because you have 80% of your immune system. Okay, 80% of the immunity is in the gut. So this is very important, not for gut health, for immune health. Somebody understand that? Put some ones in the chat if you get that. This is very important, not for your gut health, not for you pooping and all of that. That works. We're talking about your immune system. You have to strengthen the gut microbiome because 80% of your defense system is from the gut. Okay. The next thing is you're going to have to improve the minerals. All right? You got to improve your mineral status. These are non-negotiables when you're trying to do what God did and create the environment first. Then you got to do what? Regulate the nervous system. This is always going to be there. Because you cannot heal unregulated or dysregulated. Okay? What else can I do to improve my environment, to be resilient toward these diseases? You got to sleep. You got to sleep properly, man. There's no way around this one right here. And this is what a lot of y'all issues are, because the sleep is what? The sleep is the rest and the repair. Okay? The sleep is the rest and repair. And just because you're laying down, just because you ain't doing nothing all day, I'm just sitting around all day, I do be resting. No, we also talking about resting the mind as well, because resting the mind is regulating the nervous system. Okay? And then another one that you need to understand is, you guys keep tapping, I'm gonna keep talking. All of this information is in your owner's manual. If you are interested, DM us, okay? The last but not least one here is the big dundada, okay? Manage your stress. Manage your stressors. And this is where the owner's manual come in to show you these tendencies that you have for this stress, your stress response, so that you can now start to manage it better as you know thyself better. And then you can start to circumvent and duck and dodge these triggers in life. Okay? And these particular things are going to help. Now, what happens is, this is the real process, but the herbs come in and they start to amplify these processes. Okay? The herbs are going to help you do this stuff. But this stuff must be done, okay? And that's why you need the owner's manual, so you can understand. And I'm teaching y'all here so that you can kind of get it from the social media platforms. You guys, we're live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Go get somewhere, get situated, go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan being on, okay? So you must understand this now. The real shield. And I just told you that the herbs are supplemental to this, right? So your real shield is the nervous system. Because you cannot do anything. You can take all them herbs I just put up here. The nervous system is the real shield. Chronic stress is going to raise your cortisol. Okay? Chronic stress is going to suppress your immune signaling. It's going to increase your viral reactivation. So garlic and thyme and all of this stuff won't help much if you're not sleeping. If you're chronically inflamed, it won't help much. If your minerals are depleted, because now you don't even have the material or the instructions that you need to fall through. Just imagine you're an architecture or you're a builder, and you go and you say, I want to build this house, but you don't have the material. So that's what I keep trying to tell you guys. The owner's manual is the architecture and the design, but you also need the minerals to carry out the functionality that you want. Oh, I need to detox. Do you have the minerals to detox? Oh, I want to heal myself. Do you have the minerals to heal yourself? Oh, I want to rejuvenate my kidneys. Well, do you have the minerals to do it? The materials to carry out that task? Anybody? Do you understand this process? So we already understand this from the owner's manual framework. We already understand terrain regulation is greater than symptom suppression. When you go to the doctor, they're going to suppress your symptoms. But we know you can't do that with a dysregulated person. So that's why it is considered a lifetime process, or that's why you're not overcoming the thing that you need to overcome. Okay? And this stuff is what we call the biochemical field. Okay? The biochemical field. And so the question is, can herbs create the biochemical field? Is that what you're thinking? Can herbs create the biochemical field? Huh? Can herbs create the biochemical field? What y'all think? Can herbs create the biochemical field? Yes. Yes, herbs can. Herbs can. But the volatile oils in the herbs, at best, are going to be mildly antimicrobial. At best, those volatile oils will help influence the microbiome. At best, they will affect mood and stress chemistry. But they are more or less regulators. They're not magical barriers of any kind of substance like that. So if you want a terrain protection protocol, we give you that in your owner's manual. Okay? If you just wanted a simple terrain protection protocol formula, we give you that because we put it all together for you. We understand that in the morning you need that sunlight. Okay? That movement must be there present. You need that mineral rich hydration. That means that you need natural spring water, and you need to be able to see the ingredients in your water on whatever source you're getting it from, whether it be from the actual spring, or if you drinking bottled water, they need to have the ingredients on the back. Okay? So you must understand that in the morning, I need my sunlight. I need to move. One thing about it is when I was living in Japan, right? And the first thing in the morning in Japan, they don't necessarily just go into the job like that. Okay. You hear this big old thing coming over the intercom, almost like God talking out of the air, and it's music. And these people out here doing the Tai Chi movements before they go to work. They understand something. And this is just this is a social event. This ain't got nothing to do with one person. You can't just go to work in Japan, okay? You must get yourself ready. And they do this outside. So they're getting the sunlight, they're doing the movement, and hopefully they're drinking the mineral-rich water, right? Okay, and that was the thing that they do in the morning before they go into work, okay? And then that's a morning thing, but daily you have things that you should be doing too, okay? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to be regulated first. So that stuff they did in the morning regulated them. And then obviously they had a lot of garlic and a lot of thyme and rosemary in their foods. Okay. Holy basil is a very good herb for helping you. Rosemary tea is very good. You only eat rosemary when you eat a steak. You only put thyme on that pot roast. Come on now, somebody, you're not doing it enough. And also you don't get enough fiber in your diet to help out with this microbiome. You got to look at our foods. We're only eating starch and meats everywhere. McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Church's Chicken, Popeyes. All they're going to give you is a meat and a starch. And when fiber disappeared out of the diet of the human, the environment, the terrain will change. You know how many people change in their gut and their diet? Because they have less fiber in the foods. So you got to be conscious of understanding what are high fiber foods. Go back to your ancestral foods. I call them the ancient grains. You guys can go and Google that on your own time, but go look up ancient grains, not cash crops. Not the little stuff you're doing right now, which is the corn and the wheat that you're getting right now. Those are called cash crops. They are wiped out. They are whited out. So then you go back to ancient grains like millet, like sorghum. Okay, y'all get it. You probably never heard of millet. Probably never heard of sorghum. But these are ancient grains. Amaranth is an ancient grain. And start to eat on some of those things. Okay. At night, that nervous system regulation is very important. Proper sleep is very important. And that's how the shield builds. That's how the shield builds. It's nothing difficult about this. I heard a young lady this morning, she telling people about okra water and this, that, and the third. I love y'all getting out this information. But the one thing you're missing is that these people are not regulated. So what they'll do is try this stuff and it won't work. But it doesn't mean that those herbs don't work. It's just that you're not giving them the whole piece to the puzzle. Because you don't know. The herbalists don't know. Somebody healed themselves of a little something, and they just want to run off at the mouth. I get it. I got it. That's good. but it's still information impartiality. Seeing through the glass half full. Okay? That's not good in this day and time. Who's going to give us the real truth? Why is the medication not working? Because you're unregulated. Because you're so hyped up and you're so in your sympathetic dominance that it can't take. The doctor's not going to tell you to regulate yourself. They're just going to prescribe you the medication based on the numbers, based on the ranges that your blood is in, based on the ranges that your blood sugar is in, based on the ranges of your vitamins and minerals. Based on those ranges, this is what we do. We're not telling people to regulate. Oh, okay, then you go over here to the regulators, you go over here to the yoga, you go over here this, that, and the third. But again, you're guided meditation and all this, but then guess what? You're still stimulated. Don't yoga make you move? When your ass need to be still. Don't guided meditation make you hear? When you just need to hear your breath, nothing else. Hear you breathing. How many people have literally put something in their ears to hear their breathing? How long has that been? Okay? How long has that been? How many people have actually, when was the last time you heard your breath internally? Close your ears like this. That's the sound. Close your ears right now, Terry. Put your fingers in your ears just like I did and listen to your breath at least 30 times. Breathe in the nose, out of the mouth, nothing major, nothing crazy. Your regular breathing patterns, but listen to life coming in and listen to death coming out. It says it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but it's what comes out of him. And the herbs in your owner's manual, your panacea herbs are set to who you are. And they are not symptom herbs because we don't even know your symptoms. All we do is take your birthday. We don't even know what you're dealing with. That's it. The magic in this stuff is that you're not even telling me about diseases and symptoms because I'm not a doctor, so I don't even care about them. So the herbs you get in your owner's manual are not symptom herbs. Let me repeat for all you guys watching me on YouTube and TikTok. The herbs that we give you are not symptom herbs. We don't chase disease. We are regulators. I'm a regulator. The herbs you get in your owner's manual are regulators. They are terrain regulators. What that means is that they help build mineral resilience. They help build mineral resilience. And we do that rather than acting as a temporary antimicrobials like the other stuff. You don't build shield by trying to attack everything somebody got going. I got a knee over here and the arm over here and the leg over here and the head over here. You got so much stuff going on. So we don't chase diseases. We don't build a shield like that. You build it by strengthening structure. You build it by understanding the fluids, the minerals, the drainage process of the body, and nervous regulation. And that's what you're getting in that owner's manual. If you guys are interested in this particular opportunity that we're offering you, because it ain't no telling how long I'm going to be able to do this, get it while the getting is good. Okay? So I want to show you the herbs that we work with in the owner's manual so that you'll understand what they do and why they do it. And I'm just going to show y'all a few of them. And these are going to be the herbs that we use for this biochemical stabilization. Okay? These are just going to be a few of them. Right? Everybody know about this. It's in every blend that you will get. Okay, Irish moss. And this is going to be what? Your mucus and mineral barrier. Right? Because you need the minerals to complete the task. We're giving you material. You want to detox, you want to heal, you want to repair, you want to rejuvenate, you gotta have not only the design, the owner's manual. So now you got the architecture, you know, you got the building, right? You got the walls and you got the room set up in here. You know, you got your little layout. That's the owner's manual. This is how my house looks. This is how my body looks. Now, once you go from architecture, you must now go into the construction. That means you need the material. So you're going to go from architect. Then you need in order for you to build, you got to have the material. Okay. So what we're finna show you here with these herbs is this process. The owner's manual is the terrain protection, right? So the owner's manual is the architect. Then so now when you get the architect, it's time to build, but you need material. Irish moss is going to be one of those herbs that's going to help us get the nails and the wood and all of the stuff that we need in order for you to be able to do this. Now we know that we know a lot about Irish moss already, but this is going to be rich in the iodine, potassium, and the sulfur compounds. The material. This is going to strengthen the mucosal lining of the gut and the respiratory tract. This supports the thyroid regulation. Okay, it feeds the beneficial microbial material. So in garden terms, this is your soil remineralization. Okay, in garden terms, this is your soil remineralization. You need that in order for that plant to grow up strong. And a strong mucosa, okay, it equals pathogens having fewer entry points in your body. Okay, everybody get that? Everybody get that? What's another one that we utilize? What's another one that we utilize? The next one is going to be its friend. You don't never supposed to do one without the other one with this one. The next one is bladder wrack. All right, bladder wrack. Very powerful herb. This is also providing protection, right? So this is going to be for the thyroid. And you know the thyroid is the sergeant, right? So you got the hypothalamus telling the pituitary gland to tell the thyroid to tell everybody what to do. So when I was in the military, this would be your sergeant. He the one that's walking on the side of you, you know, 1, 2, a day or 4, 2 a day or 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 a day or 4. I know that because that was my position. I used to be that part. So the thyroid is the one really with you guys. That's the one really with y'all on the battlefield. All right. So you need for this to be healthy. And guess what? A lot of you guys got bad thyroid problems. All right. So the bladder wrack is going to help out with that and the immune signaling. You see how these are going to be your friend? You get these herbs automatically. You're going to get these two in your owner's manual. Other things may change based on your birthday and the information, but you're going to get Irish moss and bladder wrack. Okay? You're going to get these. All right? You're going to get these. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Let's get us up to 100K, you guys. Do you guys understand? Are y'all following us? Irish moss, not sea moss. Irish moss, not sea moss. Okay? Who put that village hippie? Not sea moss. I don't know what herb sea moss is. But Irish moss is Crispus chondrus. When you start getting into some of that sea moss stuff, that could come up with another name. This stuff's supposed to come from Ireland, not from Jamaica. And it grows everywhere. But Irish moss is what Dr. Saber used. Crispus chondrus. I know y'all said, well, I got Honduras sea moss. Hey, I don't know what to tell you. It's got to be Crispus chondrus, and environment is important. So it's something about that water over in Ireland creating the moss that's a little bit different than these hot water climates mosses. You ever factor that? I'm just saying, Irish moss. Now we're talking about bladderwrack, right? But bladderwrack main job is what? Because the thyroid handles your metabolism. So this is going to be the shield for metabolic regulation. Okay. Again, it's going to provide the iodine and also a lot of the trace minerals material. Yes, it's going to support the thyroid because you need that metabolic temperature, right? It's going to improve immune communication. Uh-oh. Now my Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines is communicating properly. And when your metabolism is sluggish, you guys, pathogens can come in and overtake you. Mutiny. But when it's regulated, the environment stabilizes, the terrain stabilizes itself, okay? So understand that. So the owner's manual is the architect. Now we need the building material, okay? So that's what you're going to get. If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, please DM us and let's get this into the palm of your hands for that little funky measly $50 that you think somebody trying to scam you over, and you're going out buying $50 dinners that's killing you. Buy $50 worth of something that'll heal you, okay? This next one here, a lot of people don't know about this, okay? A lot of people don't know about this herb, but we will provide it for you in your owner's manual if you need this, okay? Based on your birthday. This herb is a powerhouse herb right here, okay? A powerhouse herb, especially because of what it has in it, okay? This herb is a very, if anybody ever heard of barberry, this is a antimicrobial terrain corrector, okay? Let me put that up there. This is a antimicrobial terrain corrector. Okay? That's what this is. A antimicrobial terrain corrector, all right? And guess what it's going to do? It's going to shield you from the microbial growth. It's almost like your microbial growth control. Instead of, you don't need no weed killer, we use barberry. All right? We use barberry, baby. We don't need none of that other stuff, okay? And so why is this good like this? And why is it good for blood sugar problems? I know y'all heard about nopal cactus and y'all heard about what's the other one? Bitter melon. Uh-huh. But the biggest thing in that stuff, or the biggest thing that you need as a diabetic, is berberine. So any kind of yellowish tint on the herbs, Oregon grape, a golden seal, okay? All of this belong to the same family. Golden seal, Oregon grapefruit, and barberry have that yellowish tint. That yellowish color is berberine. Now, you know, like I know, now they selling berberine, the little fake stuff in the pills now. For what? For blood sugar. Uh-huh. You're learning something today, ain't you? This is what y'all been hoping and wishing. They tell us about the herbs, please. You say you herb, man. Yeah, but you can't heal. You can take all this shit you want. If you don't understand regulation, baby, they won't work. So I'm giving it to you in the way you need, okay? In the understanding you need. We first must teach you the importance of assessment, and then get you to understand yourself, get you to understand your stress responses so that I can regulate you. Then when you get regulated, then you take the herbs and then now you heal your damn self. You see? Berberine is one of the best things in this herb. So it has broad spectrum antimicrobial properties. Anti-parasitic. Uh-oh. What do I take for parasites? This also help with gut balancing. It supports the liver detox pathways, which is a very good thing because the liver is what you need to clean the blood. You're trying to go out and get blood cleansers. Just need a healthy liver. The liver is the blood cleanser. But y'all don't know that. So you're outsourcing your health, and through your ignorance, you're creating industry. We're going to teach you how to heal thyself. And you can't heal yourself unless you know thyself. Okay? And this is this barberry is what we call your internal marigold, right? Your internal calendula. Okay? And it's going to suppress that pathogenic dominance. without sterilizing the body. These are the herbs that come into, this is what we work with. Not with that dill and thyme and all of that in your, we work with these, y'all. Okay, we work with these, y'all. Okay, then we'll give you another one here, you guys. You guys keep tapping. I'm gonna keep talking. If you're interested in the owner's manual, DM us. We'll get you this information. All we're doing is letting you know that the owner's manual is the architect, right? It's your design. But now you're gonna need the building material so that you can build the house, the body that you're looking for. God created the environment the first 6 days, the first 5 days. And on the 6th day, he created the human. The environment must be first. Okay. The next one we'll do is something that's one of the most popular herbs here is burdock. Okay. Burdock root. All right. Burdock root. What is burdock root in this particular thing? Okay. So this is going to be what I like to call your blood and lymph. And we know the lymph is the garbage can of the body, the garbage disposal of the body, but it's also connected to the immune system. Okay. So this is the blood and lymph cleaner. Okay. And its primary role is about drainage. You know, you got to drain your garden. You got to have good drainage in your plant system. Okay. So the burdock root is acting like that in your body. Everybody understand what I'm teaching? Put some ones in the chat if you guys understand what I'm teaching. We got about another hour and 14 minutes to go. You guys keep tapping, man. This already should be up to 100,000 likes. Do your job. Tap, tap, tap. Share, share, share. I ain't going to be doing this for long. But this is also recorded on YouTube as well. So if you guys got problems, y'all can go there then. Okay? This herb is going to be the drainage and the toxin removal. When you go to a construction site, you got to have all of this stuff. When you're building that house, when you're building your garden, you got to have disposal. You got to have water drainage. You got to have this stuff, and you need it too in your body. So this is the drainage and the toxin removal herb. It's going to support that liver because I just told you the liver is the one that's actually doing it. Your liver is the burdock root, but if your liver ain't doing it, then you get burdock root to support the liver. This is going to also enhance the lymph flow. How do I move lymph? Move. If you're wondering how do I move lymph, movement moves lymph. Okay? But this herb will also enhance the lymph flow. It also will feed the gut bacteria. It also has inulin fiber, something y'all don't know nothing about, but it's very important. Because understanding burdock, stagnation, when you got stagnant water and all this, you know, it come mosquitoes. And when you got stagnation, it's going to breed what? Infection. Stagnation breeds infection. Stagnation breeds infection. So if you got boils and everything like that, what we tell you, if you got a boil, that automatically let me know you got an infection. Stagnation breeds infection. Am I teaching you something? So if you got a good drainage system, a good drainage system will build the defense. Okay? Build the defense so that because your body should be flowing, you should not have no stagnation. Infection should not be living in your body all your life. So these are precursors. They are things that allow you to understand what's going on in your body. Know thyself first. Then you'll understand exactly what you can do. Okay? I'll give y'all another herb. I'm just showing you what's in your owner's manual. These herbs are in your owner's manual. Okay? This is what we work with. Okay? This is what we work with. Okay? Another one is going to be another popular herb. Yellow dock root. Okay? Yellow dock root, right? This is another material that you need because this is going to add to the minerals. This is a mineral builder. It's a mineral builder. See how I'm giving you material? Okay? And not only is it a mineral builder, but I would like to say that it's a mineral rebuilder. Okay, and its primary role is to bring you that iron. Who's suffering from iron deficiency? To bring you that iron and that mineral support. It is going, and when you get that iron, guess what? That means you're going to improve your oxygen support. This is also is going to support the liver, because that's the one that's cleaning the blood. And then it also is going to build the blood quality. You see? So now you're starting to understand these herbs that you're getting in your owner's manual. I know a lot of you guys got your owner's manual already, and now you're starting to understand what the herbs do, even though we show you this in your owner's manual. Every owner's manual should have a description of what those herbs doing, especially if you're getting the herb the owner's manual now. All that stuff is descriptive in there. So this herb is going to improve the oxygen transport. It's going to be a mineral rebuilder. It's going to support the liver detox. It's going to build my blood quality. Oh man, now I see how now my Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine could really start to take back the body and calm down the mutiny of cancers and tumors and bacteria and funguses and parasites and viruses in my garden, aka my body. One thing you must understand is that because of what it does with the iron, an oxygenated tissue resists infection better than a stagnant tissue. Remember, we say that an oxygenated body, a cancer don't like to live in an oxygenated body. You see that? So now you know the herb that can provide that for you. Okay. Another herb that's very popular as well, but a lot of people don't know nothing about it, that we utilize, okay, and understanding this stuff, is nettle. Stinging nettle. Okay. Stinging nettle. I just call it nettle, but it's stinging nettle. What does this do? Okay. What does nettle do? Okay. This is another iron herb, man. Another iron. What I'm giving you is the material to build the health that you're looking for. Okay. Another iron and mineral modulator. Okay. These are the iron. So you got a mineral rebuilder. You got a mineral modulator. What is this about? Immune balance. This is about immune balance, right? Because that's what you need to heal yourself. It's your immunity. That's your defense system against stuff. This is your terrain protection, right? Also, nettle is rich in silica. It's rich in magnesium. It's rich in iron as well. It reduces inflammatory overreaction in the body, which y'all know y'all got that going on. And it's going to support adrenal stability, which is another thing that's going on in people. Is this what they call what they call that? Not leaky gut, but they call it something else when you're dealing with your adrenals. Okay, you know, I don't really know the doctor's terminology, right? But yeah, you can start having hyper adrenals and all that type of stuff, which is going to affect your kidneys. This right here will support the adrenal stability. Nettles. And nettles is not an immune stimulator. It's not an immune booster. This one is an immune regulator. Okay? An immune regulator. So we give you this if you need it in your owner's manual. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, please DM us and let us get you this opportunity to heal yourself, okay? All right, the next one we're going to do. Remember that we're just giving you building material, right? You guys need to know how to put this stuff together and all of that. It already come together in your owner's manual. Ain't no need of you trying to copy me and do all these herbs, because again, you got to have herbal posology. You got to know how much of each one. Do I need this? Even do I need nettles? Am I a person that need nettles, or this, that, and the third? So we decipher all of that for you, so you don't have to be going through. You missing. You'll be missing the boat if you think that you can just copy this and you got it. For real. It's the unique way you got to put it together. But you get that way. It's not like I'm gonna be. Once you get your owner's manual, it'll literally tell you how to make your tea, how to do the herbs yourself. But that's your information. You know, this is not about. This is not a generic thing. This is customized, personalized health at its finest. Okay. Another one is going to be skull cap. I love skull cap. Okay. Skull cap will probably be in all of your stuff as well. Okay. This is one of those herbs that'll be in all your stuff as well. Because why? This is the dandana. This is the nervous system gatekeeper. Remember that the nervous system is the biggest shield, right? So this is your stress reduction. Okay? This is going to help calm the hyperactive nervous system. Peace, peace, you guys. Peace, peace. Come on in the building. Peace, peace. This is going to reduce the cortisol. Somebody asked me the other day, what can I take for high cortisol? I hope you're watching. This can improve the immune coordination. Remember that chronic stress weakens your defense system. Overstimulation also weakens your sense of reasoning. So you don't know what to do when your back is against the wall. Chronic stress weakens the defense system way faster than your microbes can. So that's what's important for this herb right here. And you need this. This comes in everybody's blend, so you don't got to worry about that, okay? This one comes in everybody's blend, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? Irish moss, bladder rat, skull cap, you don't have to worry about them, baby. We're going to make sure you get them, okay? Another one is going to come in everybody's blend. Is blue vervain. Another one of my big dandanas, okay? These are the big dandanas. So that's why I'm highlighting these herbs, because you're going to see these in almost everything with different variations, okay, depending on the birthday. So this is going to be what? Good for the liver and the tension release, right? Good for the liver and the tension release, okay? So you see how this stuff is helping support what you already need to know and do. That's why when you get your owner's manual, you got the architect. This is the material to do the job. So the blue vervain is going to be your inflammatory moderation. It's going to support the liver drainage. Okay. Again, it's going to help you release the tension and improve bile flow, so that you can get a lot of that stuff up out of you. Bile is going to be what? The gallbladder. Okay? Bile is going to be that gallbladder. Some of you guys have gotten that gallbladder taken out. So now you see we're talking about adrenals. We're talking about a liver. We're talking about gallbladder, berberine. We're talking about the pancreas, the blood sugar. We know that the adrenals are controlled of the kidneys, so you got kidneys in there. We talk about the gut microbiome, so that's your immune system and your digestive system. Come on, somebody. You guys keep tapping. I'll keep talking. And because this thing is really, really affected to the bile, guess what? That helps out with your antimicrobial fluid. Okay? That's going to help out with that antimicrobial fluid. All right? Let's see what this is saying. How many of you guys are still with me, man? Put some ones in the chat if you guys are still with me. All right? You guys are still with me? We got about an hour left, you guys. We got about an hour left. Please keep tapping. I'm going to keep on talking to you. Okay? Please keep tapping. I'm going to keep on talking to you. If you guys got questions, we'll take Q&A once I disseminate this information, all right? Once I disseminate this information. Another one of the magic herbs that we utilize is an herb called, let me erase this. Another one of the magic herbs that we utilize, you guys. This is another one of my favorite herbs. I just talked to you about the kidneys and all of that. But another one of these herbs that we utilize is hydrangea. Hydrangea root. Very, very good herb. And this is going to be a very good herb for lymph. Again, the waste disposal. And then also, I like to say that this herb is for the kidneys. Okay, so we'll just say urinary. Okay, we'll just say the urinary cleanser. Okay, urinary cleanser or cleaner, put it like that. Lymph and urinary cleaner. Okay, and its primary goal is to do what? So you got something that's doing the liver detox pathway, but then you also got to have something for the fluid pathway clearing. Okay, hydrangea has been very, very good for fluid pathway clearing. Okay, it's going to support the kidneys. It's going to reduce the stagnation because stagnation creates and breeds infection. A lot of you guys are taking lymph herbs, but your kidneys can't dispel the lymph. So it backs up into the body. That's why you don't be listening to everybody. You should not be taking lymph herbs until you know your kidneys are working good. Otherwise, you're going to have lymphedema, edema, and all this other stuff going on. Gout and everything goes on because you're not flowing properly. The fluid is not flowing properly. You get that? So this herb helps reduce that stagnation. So don't be going to people buying their lymph herbs. Or I got plenty of lymph herbs. I got wild indigo, blue flag, burdock, calendula, red clover. We got them, but you need to know that your kidneys can handle that. Okay, hydrangea is also going to do what? It assists your metabolic waste removal, which is what we need. So if you guys are dealing with boils, you're dealing with lymphatic issues, all that, can't you see you're getting it in your owner's manual? That's why I try to tell people, call me all the time. Well, I got my owner's manual, but can it help with this? Can it help with that? Yes, the herbs can help you. The herbs you get in your owner's manual is what you need because it comes from your birthday. It is customized and personalized to each and every one of you. This is not a generic thing. This is not about ranges of blood pressure and blood sugar ranges. This is not about the calculations of if they got this, you give them this. No, this is about you and you and you, and every one of y'all could have a different combination. And when you understand what hydrangea does and understand fluid movement, then you'll know that fluid movement equals terrain stability. Very important herb that we utilize, okay? I'm gonna give y'all one more, man, but y'all need to get us up. Y'all need to tap that screen. If you guys want one more herb, I'll give you one more, but y'all need to tap, okay? I'm gonna let you guys tap. I'm gonna take me a break, okay? I'm gonna let y'all tap. I'm gonna take me a break. We at least need to get close to where I'm trying to get to, okay? Do your job. I've been working for at least an hour now. Okay, tap, tap. I got one more herb I want to show you. All of these herbs is what we work with. Okay, we work with 13 herbs. I already just gave you 9. Okay, I work with 13 herbs. I already just gave you 9. Okay, and we know how to use those 13 herbs in so many variations of things. So I'm gonna do 10 today. But you got to work for the food. Okay, you got to work for your food. My mom used to tell me a long time, a man that don't work shouldn't eat. Any questions while you guys are tapping? Any questions while you guys are tapping? We got one more herb, you guys, and I'm going to show you guys, okay? If you guys are interested in your owner's manual, just DM me. Get that, get your health assessment, and let's get started on getting you well. Let's get started. And the more you start to know about yourself, the more you start to know how to regulate yourself. You can't regulate yourself when you don't understand, okay? You can't regulate yourself when you do not understand. Any questions about these 9 herbs that you heard so far? I'll give a little time out and let you guys do your thing. No questions, that means that I'm doing a good job. Greetings, greetings, greetings. No questions, then that means the teacher is doing a great job at teaching, okay? All right. If there's no questions, that means we're doing a great job. How do we use them? Get your owner's manual, Village Hippie. Herbs for eyes. Is that liver problems? No, that's a pituitary gland. So that's a perspective. Okay. The best herbs that I can tell you that you want to, if you got eye problems like you can't see, that's lymphatic, right? That's fluid stagnation. So you got cataracts, if you got glaucoma, okay, if you got bad vision, remember pituitary is the water element, right? So that's the what I call the seventh chakra. I know y'all like to say the seventh chakra is the crown. No, okay, it's 9. It's 1, 2, 3, and 8, 4 and 6, 5, 7, and 9. That's the real numbering system for the chakras, right? So that 7 represents the water element. Okay, that's the eyes. So you want to, that means lymphatic buildup, right? But some of the herbs that I like to use is eye bright and stuff like that. If you're just trying to clear it out, golden seal. Why golden seal and eye bright? Golden seal thins the mucus. It thins the mucus lining. Very good at thinning, but you got to know how much to put that stuff together because you can't use a whole bunch of golden seal. Herbal posology. Y'all are gonna learn to stop buying stuff that just say 1 teaspoon to 1 cup of water. You need to know all the different ways to cook these herbs to get these volatile oils out. That's going to be the healing properties and compounds that you need to resolve your health issues. That's why we tell you guys to get with a qualified practitioner. So that means that they don't necessarily mean paper, but that means that that person gotta know it, and that's what I do. That's what I do. I don't make products with generic stuff. I missed out on vervain. Nah, I can't go back up and do that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too much stuff. I don't know. If I pay 50, would I be able to get the herbs and stuff to what the hell you talking about, Sunshine? What you think I'm telling you? Okay? What you think I'm telling you? I don't know what that trick is, okay? I know what you're trying to say, but I don't give a damn about that. We don't go off diseases. Pay your $50, get your healing. Okay? I don't chase diseases. With the health assessment, do we need current blood work? No, but you can have your blood work. Blood work is fine. The lab work is fine, you guys, because then that's your current expression. But the health assessment is going. If you combine them, then you're going to be very precise. But that's not that's not necessary, but it is for you. Okay, it ain't necessary for me. Okay, remember that I don't go off of what they're doing, writer's perspective. I'm not a doctor. I'm a teacher. How often can you take eye bright? Oh, you can take eye bright as often as you need to, but I just say do an eye wash. So you just eye wash 1 time a day. Just eye wash 1 time a day. There's no need to saturate. So eye bright, you need to do eye wash. Don't try to take eye bright with it by the tea. Eye bright need to go in your eye. So you got to put a eye, so all I say is make a tea, let it cool, and then eye wash. Not a dropper, not an eye dropper, an eye wash. Yep. All right, you guys, let's get to this number 10. Okay, this is one of my favorite herbs as well, and this is called blessed. I like to say blessed. I know y'all like to say blessed, so that's fine. But I like to say, oh, blessed assurance. Blessed, okay? Blessed thistle is your digestive defense. Okay? Y'all thought we was gonna miss the gut? No. Digestive defense. Okay, remember we work with 13 of these herbs because we work with the universal understanding, but this is number 10 that I've taught you guys today. Okay, this is all about digestive stimulation. Okay, it's going to help increase the stomach acid. Remember, I told you guys that digestion starts from top down. Okay, When your stomach acid fluctuates, that fluctuates your immune system. 80% of your immune system is in your digestive system, right? So that means that when the stomach acid fluctuates, it also is going to fluctuate your immunity. This increases stomach acid. Now, I know you might think that's a bad thing, but if I just told you that, that means also it's increasing what? Immunity. Okay? Immunity. It improves digestion. It reduces the pathogens that are living in the gut. You got to understand that low stomach acid has a higher infection risk. And some of you guys have been pH balancing your stomach acid all the way down. That's why you got to watch out for this alkaline water, this alkaline trend. This alkaline trend, the first place that stuff go to is in your stomach. I drink 9 point. I got the little machine. I got a little machine at the house. It make your water 11.0. You ain't gonna get sick. Because you don't know what you're doing. And out of your ignorance, you create an industry that'll say anything. Low stomach acid will increase your chances of infection. Low stomach acid will increase your chances of infection. Watch what you're doing and start to come to the HerbMan Show every day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and get the truth. Finally, somebody's on here telling us the truth. They ain't trying to tell us about no okra water and pineapple and pumpkin seed. They ain't trying to tell us about no garlic and thyme. And they ain't trying to tell us nothing. They trying to tell us the truth. That it don't matter what them folk is selling you. If you can't get regulated, how do I get regulated? By knowing thyself better and reducing your triggers and understanding how your body works. So therefore, you can have a little bit more peace and a little bit more sovereignty. And then when you get into that space, then you can start to buy something. The first thing you're missing is your owner's manual. And the owner's manual is going to do 3 things for you. It's going to improve your longevity. It's going to show you how to use yourself, the usage, and it's going to allow you to increase your performance while you live. And all this information that we're telling you is about protection, terrain protection, the human shield. And the herbs in the owner's manual will help you do a lot of stuff. Okay? Let me erase this. What will the stuff do in the owner's manual? Because everybody want to know. If I get my owner's manual, what are you going to do? If you're trying to heal from STDs or anything that you're trying to heal from, if you don't got the minerals to do it, remember you got to have the material. You're asking your body to do something. You want your body to do something. You got to give it the right material. Your body heals itself. But what if it's depleted of the mineral that's needed to do the job that you're asking for it to do or wanting it to do? You want to repair, you want to heal, you want to cure the AIDS, you want to cure the STDs. Okay, that's a task, but do you have the right material to make that happen? The herbs in your owner's manual is going to do this. It's going to strengthen the barriers, right? So when you're looking at building something, you got to have them walls up strong, okay? It's going to improve drainage. Every house got to have a plumbing system. You got to have drainage from all the stuff you're doing, okay? It's going to help you regulate thyroid. Well, you need your sergeant working properly because this is your metabolic stuff. Metabolic means change. So if you're looking for any kind of change in your body, the thyroid must be regulated and working properly. Okay? It's also going to help you do what? Calm the nervous system. See, this is the part that's been missing. Okay? Also, it's going to do what? It's going to help you support your detox pathways. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Okay, remember that you need to get the fluid out. You need to get your liver needs to be cleaning the blood. All of this stuff. You can't have that stagnation. You got to flow. Okay, what else is going to do? It's going to help you balance microbiome, which is the key to your immunity. And this is what we call the biochemical terrain protection defense system. This is what we call the biochemical terrain protection defense system. And this ain't about a war. This is about regulation. And you get this in your owner's manual. Anybody else? Before we get up out of here, you guys, we got 70,000. We got about 30 more to go. And I got about 45 minutes left if we get there, okay? Because I'm almost finished here. Anybody got any questions? So you say, well, how does this relate over to the owner's manual? You got a sun sign. Remember I told you guys about that, right? So this is how this looks. You got your sun sign, which is your birth sign. You got your opposite sign, okay, which is going to be opposite of your sun sign. Okay, y'all see that? And then you also got your life path element as well. So this is how we determine everything. And this is what determines where your terrain is weakest. Okay, this right here is what's determining where your terrain is weakest, because that's where the vulnerability lies, you guys. Okay, and herbs is not gonna make you invincible. Okay, herbs is not gonna make you invincible. Medications ain't gonna make you invincible. But what they do is they can correct the imbalance, so that pathogens can have a less advantage point to do what they're doing to you. And we know that we are environmental specialists. And we create that environment for viruses, bacteria, and parasites and funguses not to be able to overtake you and cause you these diseases that you're going through. Everybody understands that? Put some ones in the chat, you guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for your time, you guys. I appreciate everything, okay? Anybody got any questions about what you've heard, about where you need to get your owner's manual, how you get your owner's manual, the website, all that type of stuff is all in the link in the bio, you guys, okay? I don't deal with a lot of products and I don't do a lot of that stuff because I learned this and I understood that there's no reason to sell these folks all this stuff and it ain't gonna work like that. And what's happening is if all you got is this right here, right? So you got meds and all other stuff you got is herbs, right? If you don't want this and folks don't know how to do this, where do you go? If the doctors don't know what they're doing here, and the herbalist don't know what he's doing here or she's doing here, where do you go to solve your problems? If you say, man, them folk don't know what they're doing now, boy, I ain't gonna do that. And then you're going to people here that don't know what they're doing here, where do you go? 90% of you in your time of need is gonna go back to them. If you're taking med, can you take the herbs alongside that? No, because I don't know what you're taking. So when you do your assessment, you can give me all of that information and then we can kind of help you. But nah, man, I'm trying to get you off of this. We need to get you off of this stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Need to get you off of this stuff. Why would you want to take inorganics alongside organics? See, I be listening to y'all train of thought. That means that you're not ready for this Ichiro. Okay, you're not ready for this. Okay, I'm trying to get you on organics. Right? You can give me your medications, and when your meds come, they're gonna say it's this, right? They're gonna say you're taking this. What that is, right? You may be taking this. You may be taking these. You may be taking right. These are actions. Well, I can take these actions and give you the herbs. That's it. You taking cholesterol meds, we can give you the herbs that'll do that. You're taking antivirals, antibiotics, and anti-inflammatories, blood thinners. There's herbs that do that. So I can take these actions that they're telling you those pills do and give you the herbs for them, baby. So you don't need the meds. You see what I'm saying? All we need to know is why are they giving you that? Why did the doctor give you that? Right? Because it's an anti-diuretic, it's this, it's that, it's that. So real herbalists deal in actions. Okay? Actions. There are actions that they call actions. Antivirals, anti-parasitic herbs, anti-inflammatory herbs. Those words are called actions. We deal with actions. So I can take what you're doing, see the action, and give you the right herb for it. Is stinging nettle and nettle the same thing? Yes. Yes, my stinging nettle is the same, but there's other. You got Spanish, you got stinging nettle, you got all this type of stuff. But my nettle is stinging nettle. David Wild says, "So where do I start?" In the DM. You DM me your information, David. DM me your. All I need to know is that you're interested, and then we'll take it from there. I'll give you my email. I don't work off TikTok like that, so you DM me. You get an email. I'm gonna give you my email address. Then from there we correspond through my email. Okay. How to lower your blood pressure naturally. The best thing I can tell you to do to lower your blood pressure naturally is to understand why you're having high blood pressure. So if you're dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety, then that's going to be a problem. So you want to be humming. Okay. You want to be humming, but if you ain't got a life that allows you to hum, then you'll be on that stuff all the time, right? So if you're trying to do something naturally, go to my website and type in vitality. Anybody dealing with blood pressure issues, you go to the website and type in vitality. And that'll be the herbs for you for your blood pressure. Nisi. Which herbs is the best for cholesterol? Any herbs that's got something to do with any herbs that's got something to this one right here too. Okay, you can go over there and get this one too. David Wiles, go to the website and type in this one because it's basically all the same. High blood pressure, cholesterol, all that type of stuff is the same stuff, you guys. Okay, when you're dealing with cholesterol problems, it is because of your life. Okay, you're too acidic. Okay, and you got too much. You might be smoking, you might be drinking, you might have so much stress. So when you're looking at cholesterol, the LDL is called low density lipid, right? HDL is a high density lipid. Look at the two words before. Lipid means fat. Okay, this last L means fat, right? So I'm gonna show it to you in layman term. Low density means that it's not that thick, so it's more liquidy, right? So this is what I like to call the road repair crew. Okay, this is high density lipid. It has a high, so this is like a real thick. This is what I like to call the street sweeper. These are not bad, but it's something you doing in your life that's keeping the road repair crew and the street sweeper out in your bloodstream. That means you're too acidic with all this debris. So these folks is constantly trying to repair your blood vessels and constantly trying to get the debris out of the road. What's going to happen is a traffic jam. You look at your blood vessels like traffic. And if you keep the road repair crew out and the street sweeper out during the rush hour, you're going to clog up. You're going to clog up. So what happens when you get bad cholesterol is what? This thing right here gets thicker, right? This low density lipid, when this start to get high, then they're going to say what? You have high cholesterol, because now you got two street sweepers. Y'all ever seen a street sweeper? So when LDL gets high density, you're going to clog up your arteries. Okay? So it's much to do with lifestyle. It's much to do with lifestyle, and it's much to do with being acidic. Because when you are acidic and you got that acidic lifestyle, this is what's coming to trying to buffer that. And unfortunately, due to compensation of the body will kill you to try to heal you, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay? Unfortunately. So cholesterol is a lifestyle thing that you guys must understand. I smoked the herb, brother, as a, okay, then that's why, David Wiles. Stop smoking. There's nothing hereditary, okay? There's nothing hereditary but the diet. You're doing the same thing Mom and them used to do. There's nothing hereditary, Sunshine 30. Okay? I know you guys like to use that a lot and like to say that, but unless you got a genetic predisposition from birth, that's it. Other than that, you live in the same, you eating the same way they doing, and you stressing the same way they doing. That's what's hereditary. The lifestyle, not the disease. Okay? Can I purchase an owner's manual for my child too? That's the best thing. My little boy only 3. I bet he got his for 3 years. My baby is only 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? And he been had his for 3 years. You do this stuff as a child because it is your true birth certificate. The owner's manual is when you go and buy your cell phone. When you went and bought that iPhone, did it come with an owner's manual? When you went and buy your hair blower, your refrigerator, your car, you bought it brand new and it came with an owner's manual. These babies need their owner's manual. You guys are already caught up in disease, but this still can be curative. But the babies, they can use it for what it really is, a prevention tool. Prevent your children from going through stuff. The more you know them and the more they know themselves, you can start to do that stuff yourself, because you're looking at that baby triggers and you're looking at that baby physical tendencies, and you'll know not to feed it too much meat. You'll know not to give that baby too much sugar, because you can read their tendencies and know. You'll be watching for their spiritual tendencies, and you'll know how to start to raise that baby up the right way. You should be getting this for your children. I know y'all sick, but this works for the people who are healthy better than when you're sick. Prevention is cheaper than a cure. Yeah, you're gonna have to stop smoking, bro, because the smoking. So what happens is when you're doing this stuff, man, if you look at your blood vessels, right? You drink alcohol, boom. You smoking, boom. Okay, the acidic lifestyle, boom. You know, all this foods and different stuff. So it's doing this. So that's why that LDL is coming trying to patch this up, right? So it'll come try to patch this up. You see how this looking now, right? And then you still doing it and still doing it. So now this stuff starts to, right? Over time, you still doing it, you still doing it. Okay. Now you see how you starting to narrow the blood flow. Okay. Then you got all this debris in here. Then you got this calcification over in here. Then over time, it started to look like this. Right? Over time, it started to look like this. When I used to work in the hotel business, we had them galvanized pipes. You get the pipe change, and you got about that much room in that pipe for your sewage and waste, because nobody cleaned the pipes out. This is just like your arterial walls. Okay? So that's why it's very important to watch yourself. Okay? Watch yourself. All right? But there are herbs that will help out with the decalcification process of this stuff to kind of get some of that stuff out of your body. So if you guys are looking for heart cleanses and stuff like that, we have those too. The heart cleanse is $50, the gut cleanse is $60. You know, we got everything that you need, but you got to be regulated first. That's why this is important. But will that stuff help you? Yes. If you don't want to do an assessment, we still got the herbs. But don't be crying about why you got to keep taking them. Okay? Anybody else? Thank you for the 100K. You guys will appreciate it. It's all on your site, brother. Yeah, just email me, David. Okay? Email me. Let me know exactly what. DM me. Let me know what you're looking for, and then we'll get in contact with you, man. I like to talk to my people. I don't like for y'all to just go to the website buying shit. I like to talk to my folk. You just like a regular doctor. You can't go to the doctor's office and just buy no prescription. You can't just go up in no doctor's office. You can't go to the hospital and just get no prescription. You gotta talk to the doctor. Uh-huh. Anybody else? Yes, we just talked about that village hippie. You wasn't listening. Okay, you wasn't listening, was you? We talked about the herbs for the iron. Thank you, Ariel. Thank you. All right, you guys. Anybody? A lot of herbalists don't like to talk. I know it because they're just in the industry. They're not. This is not a ministry to them. See, it's two different things. You got ministry, and you got industry. Okay. Most people are just in the industry. They're just trying to sell their concoction that they copy from books. Then you got a ministry. That means that you're going to go deeper rooted. You're going to go deeper into the stuff that's necessary for that person to understand really how to heal themselves. So industry, they thinking they can heal you from their products. Ministry, you know you can't heal the person heals themselves. You see? So that's the difference. The writer's perspective. You understand me? That's the difference in what you're hearing. Industry, they are so egotistical in thinking that if you buy their stuff, they'll do it because they know you ain't regulated. So all you're gonna do is keep coming back. I'm telling you, I know a guy that spent $10,000 on herbs. Okay, with I forgot the guy's name, but he's on YouTube. Okay, he always talk about the grapes. That's a black guy that spent $10,000. What his name is? I think his name is Morse. All right. Dr. Robert Morse. He's on YouTube. He's a white man. Decent information, but it's 50%. The brother trying to follow him gave the man $10,000. Still got the disease, but he lost weight. He said, man, it's the most expensive weight loss, but he was trying to cure the disease. And he said that when I kept calling them back, they were like, okay, if that don't work, go to level 2. If that don't work, go to level 3. If that don't work, go to level 4. If that don't work, try level 5. If that don't work, then go there and get that. If that don't work, then go there and get that. These are real stories. I don't like to put folks out there like that. But that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's an industry. You got to be looking at folks like this. Okay? Anybody else? Anybody else? And you know, if you go over there and holler at Dr. Morse, he might say he just wasn't doing it right. It was something about what he was doing. You know, it's what you call it? What they call it? User error. That's what Dr. Robert Morse gonna say. It was something he wasn't doing properly. So then the brother also took the courses. So he even took his courses. If he couldn't heal you, why would you take his courses? Because y'all are wrapped up in industry. You ain't never seen a minister of health. And people talking about, you got a course and you got this and you got that. The courses are free. They're on TikTok. They're on YouTube, you guys. You guys go subscribe, follow me, and you'll see. Okay? Laura Cornelius said, no, I know. What's your website? Go to the link in the bio, David Wiles, okay? Moderator, give David Wiles the link, please, or the YouTube page. Because I see you're going to be hard-headed, Mr. Wiles. I just told you what you need to do. DM me and let us get you straight, okay? David Wiles and the rest of you guys out here, you cannot fix yourself unless you face yourself. There's no need of you buying nothing from me but your owner's manual. Don't go over there trying to buy nothing because you ain't ready. So don't try to fix until you face. Don't fix until you face. When you're ready to face yourself, then that's when I'm ready for you, Mr. Wiles. Now, how many people have you ever heard come on and say, don't go over there and buy nothing? I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm for real with this thing. This is my life. This is my gift. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. And y'all don't want that whooping. And I call it that spiritual whooping. That's why folks scared to call me. Folks scared, they get that little honest man, they be scared because I'm going to see straight through your jive like glass. Because ain't nobody playing with y'all, man. I don't play with other folks' children. If you ready, I'm willing. If you not, that's fine. And hopefully I'll still be here when you are. And I'll be willing to go through the rigor mortis that it takes to transform your mind so that we can transform your life. I love you guys, man. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Until next time, love HerbMan. I appreciate all of you guys, man, for all of the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, if you guys missed the live, go to YouTube. It'll be uploaded there. Until next time, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace. Yes, sir. Peace, 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 peace. 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 Enjoy your day. Peace, peace. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Peace, peace. Enjoy your day. Peace, peace.